What's up everybody? In today's video, I'm using cardboard, plaster, and paint to create some custom storage dividers for my bathroom vanity drawers. If you enjoy DIYs like this one, please feel free to subscribe. I post every week on DIYs, home improvement, and cleaning motivation. And don't forget to do all the stuff to get notifications of all my videos. I got basic measurements for depth, width, and height, then pulled out my upcycled cardboard to get started. So I tried to pretend I was in my 20s again, and I got down on the floor to make my cuts. The pieces were just too long to cut up on the table, so you'll also get a stunning look at my roots, growing increasingly grayer by the day. You're welcome! Anyway, my plan was to create 4 total boxes, and actually this is my second attempt at cutting all of this, because I originally wanted one large box that I could add dividers to as needed. Yeah, that didn't really work out. Ow, that's hot. So, outside measurements now. That's what I need. Okay. It goes to 6 3/4 wide. That's a problem. I don't think this is gonna fit. Okay, so yeah, here we are again, and it just isn't fitting, and it just isn't working. So I'm abandoning this idea entirely. So instead of doing this, I'm gonna make individual smaller boxes. Yes, take 4. This is that take 4. And since I knew I'd struggle to get back up, I glued up the box right there on the floor, and it lined up almost perfectly. Something I need to share because that never happens. Well, until I turn off the camera, of course. But a middle-aged gal can only stay on the floor for so long. I cut and glued the rest of the boxes for this DIY back up at my table. And once I had a general rhythm down, it went pretty quick getting everything cut and glued. Sadly, none of them ended up quite as awesome as that first box though. Those corners were so sharp, I thought I might get a paper cut. But in reality, it won't matter how sharp the corners are because I'm coating all of these with craft paper, glue, plaster, and paint to make them look intentionally weathered. So, you and me are the only ones who will ever know that near perfection even existed. I got the craft paper ripped up. Then I started to decoupage with my Mod Podge and water solution. I wrapped the bottom corners like wrapping a present, and just an FYI here, I made sure to rip the basic sizes and shapes that I'd need for my custom sizes. But I specifically ripped longer pieces for the edges and the corners, plus some larger rectangles for the faces. That helped me to power through this a lot faster. while that first box dried, I repeated the process for the other 3. Then I left everything to dry overnight. I pulled out my DAP patching plaster and mixed it up to incorporate the water and smooth it back out. Then I used my Japan scraper to apply a thin coat to the first side. Using a chip brush, I gently pulled through the plaster to create striations like weathered wood. And I made sure to stay super loosey-goosey while dragging and manipulating the plaster, because this is a faux finish that actually looks better when I don't try for perfection. I'll give you one guess why it's my current favorite. I repeated this on all 5 sides, including the bottom. And yep, you guessed it, I did the same thing on all 3 of the other boxes. I know you might be asking yourselves why I'm doing any of this, considering nobody will ever see the outside of these. Mostly, I'm adding the plaster for a bit of structural rigidity. And like I said, this faux weathered wood finish is one of my current favorites, so it matches a bunch of other stuff that I've made recently. Plus, I don't know if these will live in the bathroom forever, so I want them to be versatile in case I want to move them around to another spot in my house. If you've been here a while to see those other weathered wood pieces, then you already know what comes next. That's right, I'm using Bare Gray Squirrel in an eggshell finish for my base color. This will be the deepest color in the faux wood. It should sit down in the grooves and create more depth. And of course, rinse and repeat on the other 3 boxes. Just a quick note here, I didn't sand these before painting. I honestly didn't get too many chunkers, so they didn't really need it. But if this is something you decide to try, that's a personal choice. If you do sand, I recommend a 220 grit and the lightest touch. This plaster will sand away to dust pretty quickly. Oh, and don't forget a dust mask. Now I get to do the fun part, my favorite part, because the faux finish is really what brings it all to life. I'm using a chip brush and craft acrylics in 2 different shades that are both lighter than my base shade. I used the mid-tone as more of a breakthrough accent color. I wanted these to be really light this time, so I liberally dry brushed the lighter paint all over. Once the finish dried on all 4 boxes, I added 2 thin coats of my favorite Modern Masters Decorative Painter's Dead Flat Varnish. I let them dry for a couple of hours between coats. And at that point, these bathroom vanity storage containers were complete. So what do you think? Now's your chance to leave me a scathing comment questioning my sanity for putting something made from cardboard in my bathroom. Jokes aside, this is upcycled cardboard, so it would have been recycled if I didn't use it here. Repurposed and a fast project? Yeah, that's a win-win to me. I actually love how these storage containers turned out. Don't forget to subscribe if you like DIYs. I post new videos every week and would love to have you join the fun time party. Oh, and if you want to see the rest of these in use, tune in Sunday for some bathroom cleaning motivation and organizing. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Later, peeps!